All right, so here we go. Let's go through it. Rodriguez. What do you like about Rodriguez, John? He's a 4-1 shot. He ran an 8 in January. Since then, back-to-back 12s. He's coming over from California. He hasn't raced outside of California yet. The thing I see here, correct me if I'm wrong, is his best race. The 8 happened when he had Lasix. He has not had Lasix since.
I'm impressed.
Those last 2 were 12s. Throw in the fact that he's coming across the country. Yeah, I don't like there's something about this horse I'm not really that excited about.
Well, first of all, it's Baffert, who's automatically going to get overbet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Baffert. So keep that in mind. But the problem with this horse is that I'm trying to find the sheet. I think he had a good number. What was his numbers?
It was 10, 8, 12, 12.
10, 8. 12, 12. Yeah, the last race should have been a forward move off of the 12, closer to somewhere where the 8 was, and it wasn't. So for that reason, I was a little negative. Not only that, I think the price will be shorter than we think, and he's also going to stretching out to 1.1 miles for the first time. So for those reasons, I was against him.
Okay, the 2 is Captain Cook, and Captain Cook also, I believe, at 4-1, and his line looks much better. He's improving each race, 17, 14, 10. So he does have a 4-point new top, but what we like about it is that was February 1st, so he's had more than enough time to recoup. It's been a couple of months. What was also good about Captain Cook, as you can see here, he's had 1 race on the slop. He won the race. That is a lot better than a lot of these other horses who have not raced on the slop before. Dutro's 2 for 2 since taking over. He's also got the 2 wins at Aqueduct. Yeah, Captain Cook is probably going to be my top pick. What about you?
Yeah, he's my top pick as well. Listen, lightly raced, 3 for 3. I mean, 2 for 2 for Dutro, and now he's stretching out back to 1.1 miles, what he won at last time. So he's won at the distance. He's won over the track. And like you said, he certainly likes an off track. I would assume he's ready to run a new top with the time off. And in my opinion, he's the horse to beat.
All right, let's go with the 3. And the 3 is Tiger 24, a 15-1 shot that had a big jump from the first to the second race, 22-13. So he predictably bounced to a 17, but he just looks a little slow. I mean, if you want to get lucky, you throw him in there. He's 15-1. He got Mott and Castellano. I mean, maybe he comes back from that 13 and improves upon that, but I don't know if that's even going to be good enough if he has a new top to hit the board.
Now, you have a lot of horses that are just as long in price, so certainly a couple of others that look a lot better that are even, longer prices than him. He didn't make the cut for me.
My Matol is a 20-1 shot. Now, Carlos Martin is had a nice little meet so far. And this is a horse that's pretty interesting. I like this as a long shot. If you look at his line, he went 21, 19, 14, 13. So that's an excellent line, all at Aqueduct. Then in the Gotham, he goes backwards for the first time. But what I noticed when he went backwards for the first time is that was a short break. He only had a couple of weeks. That's something that he hadn't gone through before. It was also without Lasix. So that's something, considering the 13 was with Lasix and that one was without. Now you're saying, well, there's no Lasix here, but he is 20-1. And I'm looking at a horse that at least, and I know he hasn't gone the distance yet, has had the 5 weeks off. And I think because of that, the 20-1 number, I'm gonna roll the dice that maybe he hits the board.
I agree with every single word you said, and I'm also using this horse. The only problem is Matoli's probably aren't going to be able to get 1.1 miles. He's really not bred to go that far.
Okay.
But listen, the horse is 20-1. He has a 14 as a 2-year-old. The 13 2 starts back was good, and only a 2-point bounce without any time off and coming off of Lasix. This horse is set to run a new top. He belongs in your tries or supers somewhere for sure.
Now, what does this mean? Because I was looking at I wanted to see where he was, and I noticed this. When you're not nominated, like, what does that mean?
Well, when horses are born or when they're younger, you pay nominations to get into stake races, and you could pay early or you could pay late. If you pay late and you don't pay the dues before, well, then it costs you more money. Either they didn't think much of the horse, they were looking to save money. They nominated this horse to get in. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm just because of the fact that it's the Derby points chart. Having the not nominated by him, I don't understand like why not naming it for what the Derby
Yeah,
is
he was never
okay.
nominated for the Derby, so.
But that doesn't like he just what does that mean that like if he qualifies for the Derby, he's got to put up money or
Yeah,
something because he
well,
didn't do
yeah,
it before?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. So next up, let's go with the 5 Sand Devil, an 8-1 shot. Linda Rice having a nice meet as usual. And this horse is going the opposite way a little bit. And you can see it's also happened after the Lasix 10. He had a Lasix 10, all 4 at Aqueduct, so that's good. But he had a couple of 10s, and the last 2 races are 12 and 14. So he's going the opposite direction. And she's going to see if Sand Devil can actually go a distance that he hasn't hit yet. I don't know. What do you think about Sand Devil at 8-1?
I don't like this horse at 8-1. Again, you have better options at longer prices.
Okay, get that off the screen. Next up is Hill Road, a 6-1 shot. I'm a little bit surprised the horse is only 6-1. You got back-to-back 13s since coming to America, so that's just okay. This is a closer. Chad Brown is training. Maybe that's the big reason, along with Joel Rosario. But yeah, this horse has just 1 win out of 4, back-to-back 13s. I don't know why he's 6-1.
Well, he's 6-1 because last time was his first start for Chad Brown. He ran a 13 as a 2-year-old for a European trainer. I guess when they left, left. He was in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile race for 2
He
years.
was a long shot in that race, yeah, and he did
Well,
pretty good.
First of all, he was never on the dirt before that race. His races 2 prior were both on grass in wherever on the other side of the world. So Chad Brown took over the training last time out. He ran the 13 minus. He does have a shot to make a forward move, but he just doesn't offer much value. But again, if he made a forward move, it would be no surprise. But you need some sort of, you're looking for some value to go along with the 2 horse.
Yeah, I mean, so we would have expected better number than 13 in the last race, right?
Well, now he's ready to run an 11 off of that line. But yes, I would have expected that. But listen, it was his first race as a 3-year-old. It was his first race since last November, the Breeders' Cup. So I understand it was the Tampa Bay Derby, but he gave him a shot.
Anthony likes the 6.
Okay.
By the way, Siga Mendoza Racing. Did he bring this up for a particular reason? Because he learned this from you, John.
What was that?
1-turn horses are live in route races at Tampa.
Yeah, but now they're not at Tampa, and it's
That's
not
what I'm saying.
It's not 1 turn either. It's 2 turn.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was about, but maybe he could explain further. Okay, so anyway, Anthony likes a 6. Good luck, Anthony. Next up, Grande. The 7 is a 7-2 shot, and again, it's possible he's the morning line favorite. Dylan Davis, Pletcher combo, ran a 15. Then an 11. So that's a really nice start to his career after 2 races, changing from Velasquez to Dylan Davis here. But it is possible, maybe more than likely, we might see a bounce here, especially the big thing that really sticks out is the first 2 races of his career were on Lasix.
Yes, but the last race was a distance race. It was 1 1/8 miles, the same distance, but you're right. It was on Lasix, but he's lightly raced. It's a total guess what he's going to do. He could repeat. He could go forward, or he could react.
That's the thing. I don't want to guess at 7-2.
Exactly. You could guess on a 15-1 shot or a 20-1 shot. So if you're wrong, you're wrong. But at least you went down swinging with a price. That's not the case here. So
all right. Passion Rules. The 8 is 8-1. Cox. This is another one of his horses. Ran a 14 to start his career. By the way, what is MOC 50,000?
What do you see MOC? Oh,
race type.
Maiden optional claiming race.
Maiden optional claim. All right, I've never seen that before. Okay. All right, so we ran a 14 in that race, then an 11. That's nice, first 2 races. But then the third race, again, which we might see from Grande, was coming back a little bit to a 13, which is not totally bad because the horse won. He's 3 for 3. And in that race, was the little predictable bounce. But only has 3 weeks off now, John, and also without Lasix for the first time.
What's the price on him?
8-1, so better than Grande.
Yeah, it's better than. Listen, it's Brad Cox. The horse is 3 for 3. He's never done anything wrong.
Yes.
But like you said, the problem with this horse is if you look at a sheet, he's always in trouble. You see W win the race, V extremely wide, S got left at the gate, T trouble, and F he was cut off at the start. So his last 2 races, he had all kinds of trouble. It's the kind of horse that just looks for that finds trouble. He's been unlucky. He's not impossible, but he would have to be a price.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. 8-1 should be the low bar.
Yeah, I wouldn't take anything less than 8-1. That's for sure.
And then we also have Bear Claw Necklace, a 30-1 shot that has improved all 3 races. Unfortunately, not fast enough. 17 is
Safi
his best.
Joseph and no Safi Joseph, no chance.
Another 30-1 shot is McAfee, also very slow.
Yes, doesn't belong.
The 11 is Statesman, a 15-1 shot. This one's faster. Last year, no good. This year, at Tampa, a 10 and a 13, both wins. What do you think about Statesman?
Well, Statesman ran the 10 this year when getting Lasix for the first time. So you talk about horses that look like a Lasix pop, that's it. He was running 25s as a 2-year-old at 21, comes out as a 3-year-old, gets Lasix, and right away makes that big jump. And his last race, he started to tail off also on Lasix. I don't like this horse.
And Omaha could be an interesting long shot. Omaha was a 20-1. And the reason I just say that is because his best race happened to be on an off track. Had a 13 last November.
Yeah.
And that's and it's a closer as well. So, long shot closers aren't bad if you get the pace you're looking for. Anyway, he had back-to-back 13s. Didn't really improve upon that, unfortunately, in his last 2 races. But again, that's why you're getting 20-1. And considering I'm taking one of the favorites, Captain Cook, that's going to be one of the 3 long shots I'm going to take.
Okay. I mean, I could see it. He's not impossible, but he's a little slower. And listen, you're getting 30-1. So I would never argue with anyone that wants to play a price horse. I like the 2, Captain Cook. He's going to be my top selection. Let's play exactas with number 4, My Matoli, number 6, Hill Road, and number 7. Who's number? Oh, number 7, Grande. Yeah, okay. That's what I got. 2 with 4, 6, 7, over and out.
Okay, and I'm also doing the 2 and the 4, and I'm also adding the 8 and the 12.